What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing some predictions for Adesanya versus Imavov card that's going down tomorrow, so this weekend, and I'm going to be giving you my picks and predictions. Anyways, let's get into the video. So for this video, I'm going to be focusing pretty much just on the last three fights. I'm not going to break down the whole card for you. I'll give you some predictions on the card, but I'm going to really break down the last three fights and why I'm picking the guys that I'm picking. By the way, on a side note, before we get started in the video, man, UFC 312 is garbage. We have, four ranked fighters on this card, and I believe there's 9 ranked fighters on this fight night. So, yeah, not exactly $80 worth of fights next weekend. Now, we're going to start off with Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Now, this is an interesting fight. I am going to pick Sergey Pavlovich. Now, if you look at the guys who beat Pavlovich, we got Volkov and we got Tom Aspinall. As of his recent run, I know he was technically TKO'd by Alistair Overeem, but that was his UFC debut, which was a long time ago. Jairzinho Rozenstruik has been looking good. He's been, in his last performance, he fought Tai Tuivasa. But, I mean, a win over Tai Tuivasa I don't really think holds that much weight nowadays. And this is pretty much the perfect matchup for Pavlovich to get a comeback KO because Jairzinho, yes, he's been looking decent recently, but he's flat-footed as well, and he's not really that agile of a heavyweight. If you're going to beat Pavlovich, you have to be either light on your feet and athletic, or you have to be a long, rangy striker like we seen with Volkov. And I don't think Rozenstruik has that. I think Rozenstruik could, land a couple inside low kicks early, maybe flick the jab out there a little bit. But I eventually think Pavlovich is going to find the chin of Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and he's going to knock him out, I think, probably at the end of the first round in my prediction. Next up, we have Sharabullet Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. We got Sharabullet as a favorite in this matchup, but I'm going with Michael Venom Page. Now, Shara is a great striker, but is he really, though? So he's a great kicker, in my opinion, but if you look at his fight, especially in his last fight, he fought Armen Petrosian, I believe, and my site isn't working right now. But yeah, he fought Armen Petrosian in his last fight. And yes, he got the double spinning back fist KO, which was fantastic and great. But Petrosian was backing him up against the fence, and he was boxing him up a little bit. And also, Michael Venom Page is also very explosive and on his feet. He's not going to be set in his stance. He does that jumping jack back and forth. So he's not going to be in one spot for Shara to just kick him at range. And Page always blitzes in and throws hard shots. I think Page is going to hurt Shara Magomedov at some point in this fight. And I think he's either going to win by a TKO, or he's going to win by decision. He's also coming from a smaller weight class as well, and I think he's definitely going to have a huge speed advantage, at least when it comes to his hands, because like I said, Sharabullet is a fantastic kicker, but that's really the only area of mixed martial arts that I think Sharabullet is better at than Michael Venom Page. Let's see if my thing loads. Yeah, my app just isn't loading, so that's all right. Next up, we have Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. Very interesting fight. Let's just put it this way. I'm going to pick Adesanya, but Imavov could win. So that's not really that great of a prediction. But no, I'm going to go with Adesanya, okay? Adesanya, people forget, all right? Adesanya is really good at banking rounds. And that's why I see in this fight. And Imavov has had some good wins as of recently, but if you look at his last couple fights, let's see if my app works for Imavov. It's not. But Imavov is coming off of wins against Brendan Allen, he won by decision, and Jared Cannonier, which was a super early stoppage, okay? And yes, it was a good fight, but I just think Adesanya is how do I put this? He's more technical with his striking, and he can just bank rounds against Imavov. I think he's going to be able to just outland Imavov in a lot of these middle rounds. He's going to outland him 23-18 or 15 to 20 in some of these rounds, and I think he's just going to win on the scorecards. Now, yes, Imavov has tools. He can back him up against the fence. I think he's a harder puncher than Adesanya, but Adesanya is also much more experienced in main event spotlights, in 5-round fights. I think he's going to win this fight. I'm going to pick Adesanya by decision. We got Page by decision and Sergey Pavlovich by knockout in those 3 last fights. Some other picks on the card: Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Wow, that's such a good fight. Really, really close. I keep flip-flopping back and forth. Oh man, I'm gonna go Said Nurmagomedov, but I really like what I'm seeing as of lately from Vinicius Oliveira. He's been looking dangerous lately. Ziam versus Davis, another one. You got the old grizzled veteran Mike Davis versus Faris Ziam, who's been looking really good lately. I'm going to go Ziam as I didn't actually see as an underdog. So yeah, I'm going to go Ziam as an underdog. What else interests me? Shamil the Blob Gaziev versus Thomas Pearson. Yeah, Shamil Gaziev's going to blob all over him. Shamil, listen, this is a 3-round fight. It's not a 5-round fight. If it goes past the 3rd round, Shamil is gassed. But I think he's going to be able to get this one done. Terrence McKinney, yeah, he's going to win. I've never even heard of the guy he's fighting. So, yeah, he's going to get a big knockout win, and then he'll probably get knocked out in his next fight after this. Mario Bueno Silva versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasmine's been on a bit of a win streak as of recently, but Mario Bueno Silva has just fought better competition. Even though she lost her last fight, it was a cut that stopped the fight. And she also went to a decision with former champion Raquel Pennington. So, yeah, I guess I'll go with Mario Bueno Silva. Let's see, don't care and don't care. But, yeah, this is a pretty solid fight night right here. Of course, because it's in Saudi Arabia. And, yeah, so that's this card. And I guess my next video, I will break down this $80 pay-per-view we have coming up with, 2 ranked fighters and 2 champions. And, gosh, we have a 1-0 fighter on an $80 pay-per-view. So this is just atrocious. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.